Hello, the following is a video that I made probably a year ago now, and I'm just going to re-upload it since I think it needs to be seen. I've been working on my manifesto recently, and it should be completed within the next year, so just look forward to that sometime soon. I might be making more music as well. I'm not sure how long it'll take to be completed. Okay. Thanks. Enjoy the video.
Greetings, foolish mortals. It is I, Pope Mattrix, the Sublime, and today I have a very special video, and I don't do these very often, but today we are going to look at the formula of evil. It's on your screen, A equals B not C, or divide C. So the divide in the formula of evil is a relational operator similar to the equals. So equals has an equivalence between the A term and the B term, and the C term is related to the B term in the form of a division. And I'll go into more of this in a little bit on the next slide. So the formula of evil has three primitive terms, the A, B, and C, and we've already gone over that. So we can see that the A and the B are definitely equal, and the B and the C are related. We'll say that the B term in the middle is related to the C term. Next slide. It was discovered by Pope Mattrix the Sublime in 2022. Next slide is the primitive events or occurrences. So if you want to think of each term as in relativity, we have the nature of the simultaneous events from a particular perspective. So the A and the B, you can look at it in the terms of being simultaneous. So the A and the B are both equal. So it is of the nature of the A and the B that they are not simultaneous but equal. So simultaneous is slightly different because that assumes that there is a time, but equality could equal something without change, potentially. I'm looking at it from multiple different perspectives on the nature of evil. Okay, next slide. There's two relational operators. We already went over that. The division or the not. So we can say that C is not B. So we have the three multiplicity of terms. We have three of them. So we're assuming multiplicity of the terms because there's three of them. And the next slide is there's four primitive relations. Now this one actually confuses me a little bit, but according to the law of identity, we have A equals A, B equals B, because these terms are equal to themselves. So of course the B is equal to the B, and the C is also equal to the C. But in the formula of evil, we also have B being equal to A. Okay, so this is the complexity of the formula of evil, that we have the four primitive relations. So, the law of identity on this slide, I don't know what to say about the law of identity. We can say that it is itself, it is what it is, and it is in itself. That's what the law of identity really states, that it is it itself. This is the nature of the in itself being the thing. So we often say that there are things, but processes, the process of, like, if you have your fist and you open it up, the hand is there. So where did the fist go? Well, it turned into the hand. So you have your hand, turn it into a fist, and now you have a fist object. And you have open your hand, now it's a hand. So it's a process. So you can say that there is such a thing as a fist, or you can say it's a hand in a particular position, complexity. Okay, so you have a fist, right? That's the law of identity. A fist is a fist. Okay. Two relational operations acting on the middle term. So the thing about the formula of evil is that it is a decompression of the term. That is, the middle term is its own externality. So we can think of the middle term it being simultaneously in a relation with the two different terms. So this is the decompression of the middle term. It's its own externality, so it's being decompressed and expanded into the other two terms. So that's all I can really say about this slide here. Everything is in a relation to everything else, the Buddha paraphrased. So this is when the Buddha awoken. He awoke from, he was the first enlightened person, according to myth, and his most famous saying, I put it in here just so that everyone would realize that everything is in a relation to everything else. So this is this fundamental nature of the law of identity and the formula of evil. So the identity, A being A, C being C, and the formula of evil, which binds them all together in one single formula of evil. And I put the Buddha in there because he says that everything is in relation to everything else, and that's one of the truest things that you can really say about it. Next slide. This is just the formula of evil rearranged. not sure why I put this in here, to be honest, but as you can see, if we divide by c and it could be 0, then we have an error there. It's undefined. So you can't do that. It has to be some finite thing. It can't be a nothingness. You can't have nothing to be on the c term. It has to be some finite quantity, because nothingness is not. So we don't have any nothing anywhere. We don't experience nothing. We don't experience nothing because everything is that. It's the law of identity. Okay. We do experience nothing as in absence. So the absence of something. So if there was something that I didn't say, well, that's an absence. It's not a nothing. It was left out. Okay, so it's the crescent moon is a relation. It's a full presence. Part of it is lacking. The moon is lacking a full moon. It's a crescent moon, and you transcend it to the full moon. Okay. So we have an unmarried man is a bachelor. Okay, simple. Next slide. All bachelors are unmarried men. This is just according to, like, simple logic of, like, basic. It's true. We can say that all bachelors are unmarried men, just like we can say that A is equal to B. So it's the terms. They're connected to each other, right? Okay, this is a complicated slide, and I made a note about it. A and B being equal by definition in the formula of evil are both in relation to C. Okay, so the division of C goes into A and B, and likewise A and B go into C. So that is their relation, and they are connected, and we're thinking about possibilities. It's a division or a not equal. What can I say about this? This is a hint towards the infinity, like the infinite within the finite. So you have a finite thing, and you find infinite possibilities within the finite object. So you are in a relation to other processes, let's say processes, because everything is like a process, and you can do the different possibilities, you can act, choose, and the formula of evil says that A and B are equal, and they're in a relation to C, and they go into it. So if you minimize C down to the most smallest amount possible, it can almost go infinitely into A and B. So that's how the infinite comes into the finite, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's an example of self-transcendence. In order to act on an idea of a future state... Oh, I'm reading this wrong. Sorry. In order to act on an idea or a future state, it must be imagined... I can't even read my own writing right now. Okay, sorry, guys. It's a self-transcendence. In order to act an idea of a future... Okay, I wrote this completely wrong. So to realize the future. That is, you have an idea of the future, you have a plan, you have the way forward into your actions, and you realize them in the process of acting. So I must remember to collect the mail when it arrives. So that is a future event that is not yet, and I remember to go and collect the mail when it arrives. It's not here yet. It'll come tomorrow. Every day the mail comes and I pick it up. Perfect. Okay. The thinking thing, this is a misnomer, but there is a thinking thing, aka the self of the individual, must both be in the present and at the same time have had a past. So that is, I remember my past. There is never a moment where I didn't have a past before everything. Okay, so how would I even think about this? This is actually a very confusing slide, and you should probably take a moment just to look it over so to get the present understanding of it, by both being and not being its own past. So I'm not my past. I distance myself from my past. I am not the thing that I was before, because I'm not it. It disappeared. It's gone. The past is not, right? So the past was. That is, it was that way, and now it is now. Perfect. Okay, that slide's awesome. Okay, so, yep, I'm repeating myself. The past is not, aka I'm not no longer. The present is not, aka a not yet. And the present is what we can say is. So the present, being between the past and the future, is the present. We can say that the present is what it is, and it's a relation to two nothings, and nothing is not. So we have memory, and we have the past and the present. So that is, any theory of memory assumes that there was a past. So I know that I started this video about 5 minutes ago. I have a memory of the sort of things that I said, and the past is collected within me, in my, like, neural brain, the physical brain, and I remember the past, the things that I did say. And then the imagination is the things that I will say in the future. So it's the future and the present. So this is a good slide as well. Okay. To be is to have a past and to have a future. The formula of evil and its power of decompression. So we can ask ourselves, how big is the now? So how does the now expand itself to, like, give itself some space to be the now? And it makes possibilities possible. So that is, you can choose not to watch the remainder of this video, but you cannot alter your past choices to have listened to it this far if you found yourself right here and right now. Okay, so the self-expansion of the middle term the B in our formula of evil, is the relation of consciousness to itself. This is the world of the circuit of selfness, as the self traverses the world, and it worlds itself into a process that we experience. Okay, simple. Understanding now and why there is evil in a world. Okay, we don't understand anything. We didn't explain anything very well, but we can ask why this world and why not another. Okay, so the reason for it. Why this me and not some other me? We realize the contingency of the world and myself. And necessarily the formula of evil causes there to be suffering. Why am I dying? Why am I here? Etc. Next slide. So now that we understand the origin of evil and the nature of yourself as freedom, you can be aware of the evils of the world caused by the formula of evil, and you can transcend yourself to a higher realm of consciousness and overcome yourself and your nature. The freedom to choose evil. I was tempted, but in the end I did what? You have the choice. That is the never-ending question of your quest to complete yourself. So you find yourself in your future projects, and you care for your future projects, you project yourself towards them, and realize yourself in the present moment. Okay, thank you for watching. And this is the dogma of the New Orthodox Church of the Pope of Mattrix, or whatever. And awesome. Thanks for watching. See you next time. My first viral video.